August 2020 Sagittarius Overview Horoscope August Snapshot. August is usually an action-packed month. Sagittarius. And it makes perfect sense why. The sun is blazing through Leo and you're adventurous. Expansive 9th house. The natural domain of Sagittarius. Since you're the 9th sign of the zodiac, this no-limits energy suits your temperament to a T. You love when anything and everything feels possible. This year, though, with the lunar south node in Sagittarius until late 2021, August might not bring the familiar easy summer high you're used to. The 9th house rules travel and study. And with restrictions on both of these areas, you may be looking at a quiet campout, an RV road trip, or a staycation instead of an international jaunt. We know you'll make the most of it anyway. The 9th house rules higher learning. But this year, your brain might need a break. If you've got Zoom fatigue, it's possible you'll be less jazzed about signing up for an online masterclass or pouring through pages on your Kindle app. But there are other paths to Sagittarius joy. You can grab a paper, book and head out somewhere safe in nature, or take a day trip with your journal and an inspiring friend. Sharing uplifting ideas. Studying metaphysical topics. Having mind-expanding conversations. These are all ways to set yourself free when external restrictions come into play. Despite this year's less expansive energy, summer romance, even a dash of fame, could arrive thanks to Energizer Mars in Aries, boosting your 5th house of passion and self-expression until January 6. This extended visit from the red planet will cue up your confidence and charisma. Get ready for your Instagram close-up. However, there are a few speed bumps to navigate this month. Mars will get snared into 3/10 squares with Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn, which are all in Capricorn and your 2nd house of work and money. Practical demands could interfere with your desire to be let loose into the wild to pursue that joie de vivre whenever you can. Combine work and play, but know that there could be some frustrating or dramatic moments this month as you attempt to reconcile these dueling demands. You'll be better able to hunker down when Virgo season starts on August 22 and the sun moves into your 10th house of career and ambition. You could attract lots of positive attention and prosperity if you play your cards right. Soak up that freedom while you can. A busy fall is right around the corner. Week 1 August 1 to 9. The news you've been waiting for, at last. Yes or no? As the work week starts on Monday, August 3, the annual Aquarius full moon could bring a media project, idea, or strategic conversation to a key turning point. This endeavor may have been brewing since as far back as the January 24 Aquarius new moon. Now you'll either get the green light to move forward or a firm pass that will allow you to turn your attention elsewhere. Your urge to express yourself is dialed up by these bold moonbeams. Share ideas and reconnect with kindred spirits who inspire you. Put a powerful message out there through social media or your network. The 3rd house rules your neighborhood, community and circle of friends. Who in this immediate crew might be the perfect collaborator to help advance your ambitious endeavors? As the full moon spotlights your cooperative, communicative 3rd house, kindred spirits crop up everywhere. Maybe you've seen at least one of these potential dynamic duos brewing for a while. Test the waters with a short-term project. What can you co-produce in the next 90 days? Be careful not to lock yourself into anything too complex, because your chemistry is equally likely to fizzle as it is to sizzle. With unpredictable Uranus in your organized 6th house in a stressful square to the full moon, you could discover wildly different working styles or clashing creative visions. You'll want to be able to make a quick exit without burning any bridges. The next day, Tuesday, August 4, straight talking Mars gets into its first of 3 fist fights with the Capricorn cluster, this time with outspoken Jupiter, your ruling planet, which is in your 2nd house of work, money and daily routines. With these two impatient and over-the-top planets at odds, people could overpromise and underdeliver. Watch for exaggerations and things that seem too good to be true. An ego-tripping person could be resistant to doing things a new and better way, especially at work. Don't waste your breath trying to convince them. This short-term hurdle may just be a one-day obstacle. If you can demonstrate proof, you might sway them later in the month. Week 2 August 10 to 16. Keep the lid on. Relief will come. Boiling point. Or breaking point? On Thursday, August 13, volatile Mars and Pluto get ensnared in a standoff, which may provoke an epic power struggle. As brash Mars tussles with underhanded Pluto, you run the risk of coming on too strong when presenting your vision. Any untempered intensity could backfire on you, rocking your sense of security and confidence. Perhaps it's stress or fear about money pushing you to lash out. Unconscious Pluto in the financial district of your chart could bring up some survival anxiety, driving up scarcity. Or you might be feeling insecure and protective of your turf. Egos may clash as a competitor tries to elbow you out of the decision-making process. Someone jealous could try to undermine you, even steal your ideas, so protect them with great care instead of being an open book. Is this Game of Thrones? Or real life? Whatever you do, don't fan the hostile fires. Keep your cutting-edge concepts under wraps until this storm blows over in a few days. If you have to clear the air, make sure you do it without burning bridges or doing permanent damage to anyone's reputation, especially your own. You'll find some relief on the weekend as disruptor Uranus starts its annual 5-month retrograde on Saturday, August 15, backing through your 6th house of order. Health and hustle until January 14, 2020. This backspin will be a blessing in disguise, helping to reduce chaos in your daily schedule. Have your stress levels have been off the charts? Now's your chance to slow down and do less. Recalibrate with exercise and mindfulness. Get your checkups and blood tests or whatever necessary protocols you're due for, so you can make sure all your levels are good. Or get supplements if you're low on any essential nutrients. Are you getting proper help? If people on Team Archer aren't pulling their weight, or just don't have the skills to make you feel confident delegating to them, it may be time to look elsewhere. But keep on keeping on. Perseverance will pay off over the next 5 months. With Uranus retrograde in this administrative sector, you may have to work harder to stay on top of the details. Whenever things break down, consider it a sign that it's time to set up smarter structures or bring in more qualified support. Week 3, August 17 to 23. Shine up your mojo, as the sun winds down its exciting tour of Leo in your adventurous 9th house. Here's hoping you've regained your wide angle and positive outlook on life. No matter what your news feed tells you, you are the author of your life. And Leo season helped you get back into the driver's seat. Now, what will you do with that energy? A push to go big arrives with the year's only Leo new moon on Tuesday, August 18, which plants the seeds for growth and optimistic risk-taking between now and the Leo full moon on January 28, 2020. Spread your magic far and wide. This expansive new moon inspires you to think and travel beyond your current limits. A startup business or an educational endeavor could take off. Connect to far-flung followers and see what you can co-create. If you're a media maker or a teacher, start cooking up a new project that you can launch over the coming 6 months. On Saturday, August 22, the sun enters meticulous Virgo in your professional, ambitious 10th house, kicking off a month of career focus and success. Set goals, stick to structures, and prioritize. You've had a whole month of blue sky dreaming. Now it's time to sort through the bounty and see which of those ideas are worth developing. Do any have long-term potential? If so, pursue them. Week 4, August 24 to 31. Dial down the drama and make a plan. On August 24, fiery Mars in your passion sector gets into its final clash of the month. This time with cautious and structured Saturn, which is in Capricorn and your 2nd house of money, work and security. This would not be the week to fall back on your Sagittarius habit of relying on luck or begging for forgiveness instead of asking permission. Saturn loves to move at a slow and steady clip while Mars is prone to leaping without looking. With these two opposing planets at odds, it's like having one foot on the gas, the other on the brake. Speed check. Are you having second thoughts about a romantic situation? Is someone pressuring you to decide before you feel totally ready? Your excitement might not match the feasibility of what you're trying to pull off here. Even if you're swept away by desire or feel a burning urge to shake things up, pace yourself. A measured move would be wiser than an impulsive one. Make sure you're not overlooking key pieces of the foundation or underestimating the costs and time you'll need to pull this off correctly. After such an erratic month in the stars, it can't hurt to do those cross-checks. Especially now that Uranus is retrograde and the Sun's in Virgo, activating the more process-driven parts of your chart. Run your big plans by a mentor or seasoned sounding board before you pull the trigger. Doing things by the book could actually get you to your goals much faster, even if it doesn't seem that way at first glance. Fortunately, you're more open now to following protocol instead of leaping without a parachute. Sure, things eventually work out, but you don't need to create a whole lot of drama before that happens.